Previously, we wrapped up our wild, color-drenched adventure in Kathmandu.
Thank you.
But now, the real journey begins. It's early morning in Kathmandu. Still dark out. We hopped in a cab off to the domestic terminal. The city was still waking up. The streets were pretty quiet, and we could see the sun rising from the cab. It was a calm start to a big day. We pack our luggages in these 20-kilo sacks for the porters to carry for us. It really helped along these multi-day hikes. The airport looks like a place for a long-distance bus rather than an airport. We had a quick breakfast the hotel packed us while waiting. Then it's finally our turn to board the plane. It's my first time this close to propeller planes, let alone ride one. I'm pretty excited. Judging from the reactions of others, I wasn't the only one. Yeah, hey. First time in a propeller plane. And after the quickest plane ride I've ever had in my life, we're finally in Pokhara. The airport looks a lot better than the Kathmandu's. Then we meet our porters for the first time. They'll be our biggest hero on the trail as they'll be carrying most of our heavy luggages. From there, we jumped into a bumpy jeep for a 4-hour ride to Udari, the official starting point of our Annapurna Base Camp hike. As we drove out of Pokhara, the city slowly disappeared behind us, and you could feel the nature is taking over the scenery. After a quick coffee and a bathroom break, the road really is starting to get bumpy. Before reaching Udari, we already see some hikers along the road, but it's pretty dusty as they're sharing the road with cars. Doesn't look like a comfortable hike. Guess that's why we're skipping this part. And after another hour of headbanging bumpy rides, and a bathroom break later, we're finally here at Udari. We had a quick lunch, fried rice, not the best meal I've ever had, but we weren't here for the food just yet.
Gorepani.
走路大概5个小时，我们到 Gorepani， 今天我们去的地方。OK， 我们开始吧。Beginning of our hike. Yes. Day 1, let's go. Over the next 7 days, we'll be trekking through the beautiful Annapurna region, covering about 90 kilometers in total. After getting off the bumpy jeep ride, the journey will begin at Udari, where we'll hike up to Gorepani and stay there for the night. On day 2, we'll catch an early sunrise at Poon Hill, then continue along a 17-kilometer route to Tuele. Day 3 will take us through a series of steep ups and downs, and climbing back up to Sinuwa. From there, it's a steady climb to Durati. On day 5, we'll make our final push to Annapurna Base Camp. After spending the night at the base camp, we'll begin our long descent back down, returning to Sinuwa. The last day of the trek will take us back through Chomorong and down to Samrong, where a suspension bridge marks the end of our trek and the start of our journey back to Pokhara. But before that, we had to take our first step. I got my first glimpse of the mountain life, colorful stone houses, goats on dirt paths. We passed through villages after villages, slowly climbing up. The hike kicked off with a steep uphill, so it was a bit tough at first. Some of our teammates were already feeling it. But with plenty of breaks, we slowly found our rhythm. Gorepani. It was a very enjoyable hike, bathing in the afternoon sun at just the right temperature.
Soon enough, we've reached the Goripani checkpoint.
Yes.
This is where they make sure you're trekking with a local guide for safety reasons.
Welcome to Goripani. We're in the clouds.
By the end of the day, we've reached Goripani. 10 kilometers in 5 to 6 hours of hiking, and an elevation gain around 1,000 meters. Day 1, done.
On Sunny Hotel, Goripan.
It was a tiring first day, but everyone held it together. After grabbing some curry chicken, we settled in for the night, ready to rest up for the big sunrise hike to Poon Hill tomorrow. Yep, only 4 of us woke up for this hike. It was pretty tiring considering I was still waking up during the hike. It's gonna take us around 40 minutes to reach the top. But as we're climbing and see the sun slowly rising and shining on the Fishtail Peak and other mountain ranges, really made me feel that I made the right decision. It was tough to walk away after watching such a majestic sunrise. Definitely a scene I won't forget anytime soon. When we got back down to the guest house for breakfast, then we realized,
same view. 这个 it's all the same. I so deserve this.
Day 2 of hiking. Feeling good. See how I feel after a couple of days of this. Today, mostly downhill. To get to Truele, we'll have to drop about 500 meters in elevation, but there were ups and downs during the hike. Around 17 kilometers, taking around 10 hours.
就吃饭。住的地方。没有，还有15分钟。
Been climbing since the morning. Now we're just going downhill.
Chicken dal bhat.
Chicken dal bhat. Nepal rice. We're not getting fried rice or fried noodle. This is dal bhat, the traditional Nepali rice set. Super tasty, and definitely what I'll be living on for the next few days. Most places offer unlimited veggie refills, but this spot even gave us a free top-up of curry chicken, which was a nice surprise.
More rice, more curry. 马，这是驴吧
Laliguras 也是杜仲花。
Laliguras, or rhododendrons, is Nepal's national flower. It's a common sight in the Himalayan hills during spring, and we're lucky enough to be here during its blossom season. Another town, another rest. Ooh, nice looking back.
Chamrang. Feels like Western Sichuan.
We reached Truele pretty early, and the guest house was beautiful with a big grassy field out front.
Whew. I almost need a new pair of knees.
And we've encountered some accidental serenity. A healing bowl session. Well, my soul is healed. Now it's time for some real healing. And with some traditional Nepali beer snack in hand, we wrapped up another successful day.
Cheers! 11公里.
Can't go wrong when it ends with a beer cheers. They say it takes weeks to get into routine, but by day 3, my body's already adapting. Getting up isn't an issue, but my legs are still sore. Even just a few stairs feels brutal. We had a late start this morning. Most people had already left before we even had our first coffee. But honestly, I enjoy the slower pace, especially at a guest house this beautiful. gave us time to soak in the stunning view of a fishtail peak before hitting the trail. Day 3. Let's go. First, we'll need to drop all the way down to the valley at Chamrang and cross over the bridge. Then start climbing back up again to Sinuwa. It's around 11 kilometers, estimated to take around 7 to 8 hours. Even though going downhill feels easy at first, doing it for an extended time really messes with my knees. It starts to cramp up and sends a sharp pain with every step. Dumba.
对，喝酒。
哦，酒。
这个本地人说 Dumba。
Going uphill was pretty exhausting.
去哪里啊？
I was savoring every rest stop until you see this guy. Nobody likes to show off.
Fried 炒蔬菜一款。
Food. Boiled vegetable. Yet, this could be our lunch spot. Yep, that's exactly how I feel right now. And then somebody decided to have a stretch session. Then things got out of hand. I mean, how painful can it be, huh? Yep, never doing that again. Need a lot of courage to get me out of that trauma. And the journey continues. Millennium lunch. That was some good lunch. We only have 2 more hours to go. What the fuck is it with these downhills? Oh, my poor knees. My knees are screaming at this point. Oh!
Thank you.
No problem. Orange.
我需要调一下不？不酸哎，我还看着也很酸。How much?
1 kilo 600, 2 kilo 1,200.
600公斤。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 kilo, very good.
No, it's too heavy for us.
Namaste. Nope, we're not done with the downhill yet. No fun. Apparently, this is the Chamrang Bridge we had to cross. I'm not a big fan of heights, especially on wobbly bridges. Woo! This is one big ass bridge. Okay, don't look down. Oh, I looked down. Oh shit, I looked down. It won't break, right? It's a metal bridge. Almost there. Almost there. Woo. It's uphill again. Everything we lost in elevation, we're now earning it back step by step. Just put your left foot in front of the right foot, and right foot. And just like that, we've reached our guest house at Sinuwa. Alright, bags down. This is where we're staying today. This is our shitty ass room right next to the staircase. Let's go see other people's room. This is the biggest room. Let's
Beer, man. Beer.
Things are getting expensive here. 750 for a beer. A well-deserved treat after all that hike. This marks the halfway point of our journey. And from here on, things are only going to get tougher, colder, and more breathtaking. Yo, look at the mountain. Over the next couple of days, we'll be climbing higher into the alpine zone. With the forest thins out, snow starting to cover the trail, and the air gets colder and thinner. It's already getting hard to breathe. The road to Annapurna Base Camp is going to be tough, but reaching the base camp will be one of the most rewarding accomplishments of this entire trip. So for now, it's time to rest up and get some dao bat before our final stretch of the journey begins tomorrow.